Sorry for the long post, but I started on the Qenda at the start of my first proper flare up. After nearly 2 months of taking it, I stopped. As being new to this, I didn't know if the condition was causing my symptoms or if it was the Qenda itself. I failed my first colonoscopy prep and they cancelled my second one based on all other tests which came back normal, including your calprotectin, which is inflammation levels, which came down from 1,000 to 80. Yeah, the Qenda will do that, mate. The doctors now believe there isn't anything wrong with me. There is. I still get pain daily, and periods of constipation, bloating, etc. I'm also stuck on a carnivore diet with some fruit too. Once I try introduce more new foods, I generally have an increase in pain, so I stop. Whatever I was doing, I believe, was working because my calprotectin levels showed that. Obviously, his inflammation levels went down when I was on the Qenda. So my question is, should I? How should I resume with the Qenda? Should I start from beginning again with 2 doses or just begin with the one? I'm going to continue with a natural protocol now as the medical system has done nothing for me up to this point. They told me I could eat what I want. Yeah, it's ridiculous, isn't it? That gets alarm bells ringing for most people. They told me I can eat what I want. Where are we? Which I now know for a fact is bullshit. And that poison in a glass that they call prep has my made his GI issues worse. Yeah, that prep drink really does clear you out, mate. And that's what I did. I did the prep drink and the colonoscopy, and after I did the colonoscopy and having that prep drink, I just had uncontrollable diarrhea. I started pooing myself all the time. So yeah, I don't recommend people do colonoscopies or drink the prep drink unless they really feel like they need to. Yeah, I recommend talking to me first. So yeah, so Paul, I don't know how long you've been off the Qenda for. So if you've been off the Qenda for like a week or so, just get back into the normal protocol and finish it off on the 2 scoops twice a day. If you've had like a month or so off it, I'd just do the full protocol again, mate, just to make sure you're getting rid of all the parasites. Because obviously, if you had a month off it, the infections can build up again, and then you might feel your symptoms building up again. So basically, we need to just do a full protocol and get rid of these infections. But it's great that you've already seen results with the Qenda. You've seen it working, you felt it working, and even the doctor's tests with the calprotectin has said that it's gone down from like 1,000 down to 80. So you know you're making improvements. And when you're taking, I'm assuming you've got yeah, some sort of inflammatory bowel disease, even if it hasn't been diagnosed. But obviously, we know there's infections, overgrowths in there because you've got inflammation. So we need to get rid of the infections and overgrowths, so the inflammation levels come down. Obviously, the Qenda, 21 of the 30 herbs in the Qenda have anti-inflammatory properties. So that'll be reducing inflammation at the same time as it's taking the toxins out your body. So yeah, simple answer. If you've been off the Qenda a week, just continue with the protocol. If it's been more like a month or more, yeah, just start again, mate. And that'll be the best thing for you, Paul. And yeah, carnivore diet is great for now. The thing with food intolerance is, like you said, when you was introducing certain foods, or more foods, you was finding that it was creating more inflammation. Obviously, it totally depends on the food. If you're introducing pro-inflammatory foods, like foods that are causing inflammation, foods like gluten, sugars, foods that have been cooked in hydrogenated vegetable oils, so any sort of like sunflower oil or canola oil or any crap like that. You always want to be having extra virgin olive oil, like while cooking your food in like extra virgin olive oil, like beef tallow, animal fats. And if you tolerate coconut, which a lot of people actually don't, yeah, you can have extra virgin coconut oil as well if you tolerate it. So yeah, with you introducing foods again, as long as they're not creating inflammation in the body, the foods like gluten, sugars, hydrogenated vegetable oils, and even dairy in some people as well. If you're not introducing them foods and it's different food groups, you may actually have a food intolerance to those. And if you have a food intolerance, you actually want to cut out that food for 3 to 6 months, and then after the 6 months you can reintroduce it again, especially after having the Qenda Ultimate Fibre, because doing a full course of the Qenda will deal with the infections and overgrowths, and then waiting that period of time of 3 to 6 months, that allows your body to, the antibodies to that food actually go away, so you no longer react to that food. So yeah, hopefully that helps, Paul, and just go over this video again because I know there's quite a lot of information in there. So yeah, carnivore diet and fruit, that's fine for now. You can also add like butternut squash in there because that's not a fermentable carbohydrate. So yeah, just check out my SCD diet as well. That's it's like carnivore, but a little bit. It's like carnivore's cutting out all the fermentable carbohydrates, but then when you go on the SCD diet, it gives you a little bit more freedom as well to add other foods in, just so it's not so boring, really. But at least with carnivore, if you're getting your red meat in, aim for grass-reared meat, of course. So then you're actually getting a lot of polyphenols just in the meat and a lot of healthy fats and all the rest of it. So yeah, depending on how long you've been off the Qenda for, mate, will depend on whether you start full protocol again, now you know it works, or whether you just continue the protocol. So yeah, keep in touch, let us know how you get on.